We are at HGC, November of '97. 2 months left in the save, or in the year for the save. Last week we had that transitional week, like I said, where we kind of integrated Cowboy, or not, what's it called, Tommy Cornell and Barry Bowen into the Cowboy and Liberty beef. We announced a fatal four-way to replace Sid Streets, and then I kind of came up with the idea on the fly of Steve Flash entering the fatal four-way and winning it. We'll see if that played out tonight. We have the continuation of the RP Junior heel turn, the first heel turn in the company, with Jesse Christian, who's a babyface at his side, seeing how they manage as tag champions. We continue that tonight. We have a return of one of the people who's been attacked in a big match, as well as some angles I'm really not sure what to expect with this show. Something I forgot to put on last week is Jeb Langley did pick up a win over Robert Oxford, who's more popular. Jeb Langley went up 3 popularity, so he's not 44 in our base area. Everyone else pretty much is the same, except Jesse Christian, maybe. I didn't check him. He's still 48, 60. Yeah, he hasn't changed. He didn't change after defeating the Demons of Rage. But let's get to it. No pre-show matches. We'll start with an angle to start off our show. So we have an angle here with Jesse Christian announcing that he accepts the Vesey's challenge to have a title rematch. But RP Jr. specifies that it'll only happen on pay-per-view at Psycho Circus, as he will not wrestle, his former teammates, the All-Star team. It's the Pro Bowl, so to speak. RP Jr. would brand it at Psycho Circus, so he will only face them at the pay-per-view. Just kind of a way to show the night and day of, like, the light and dark of the tag team. Never would have guessed a split heel face divide tag team would be my second tag champions, but I think that's where the booking took me. We follow that up with Brent Hill attacking Troy Tornado backstage. Troy Tornado would have like had a smart ass comment, something along the lines, just calling Brent Hill out for being Ripcord's lackey. Brent Hill didn't take that kindly, just beats the hell out of Troy Tornado, effectively writing him out of the Fatal 4-Way match so we can follow through with Steve Flash. But before that, we go to the Demons of Rage defeating Electric and Golden Fox. I thought it was just important to show Demons of Rage are capable as a tag team, and Electric and Golden Fox losing here doesn't really hurt them because they're cruiserweights losing to our ultimately our top heel tag team right now. So kind of feel bad for beating Demons of Rage in back-to-back week. Honestly, I think 2 or 3 times over the past month or so, but you know, we still got to keep them strong and protected as they are our top heel tag team. We follow that up with talking about getting people over and stuff. With Lance Henderson actually pick up a win here over the Danger Kid. The Danger Kid did keep strong as a way to kind of mitigate any potential popularity losses. Lance Henderson, Flatjack Flanagan are like our lackey heel tag team duo that takes a lot of losses, but I want to continue that going when we go to Ace. But 24 popularity for Lance Henderson won't cut it. So we need to get him up to, Flapjack's level 40, 45, without also sacrificing the character development I feel like we've had with them. We follow that up with, speaking character development, we have Jack Bruce and Alex Braun arguing about the tag match last week. This leads to Jack Bruce saying, fine, I'll face whoever wins it between you two and Dark Eagle. So Money Walker, Alex Braun, Dark Eagle, in a triple threat next week. The winner faces Jack Bruce for the cruiserweight title. And this is where I feel like a authority figure would have been nice, but we don't really need it. I think it's just, don't think about it too hard. Of like, well, can the champion just set the tournament like Sam Strong did? It's just like an announcement kind of thing. But I feel like we definitely could use like a commissioner type role or someone. So I'll have to keep that in the back of my mind. We have Frankie Future cutting jokes about being in quote unquote big trouble, but he does is serious about the beatdown that Charlie Homicide did, or not Charlie Homicide, that Big Trouble did after the what's it called, a couple weeks ago. So like it's a way of like Frankie showing that he's like sarcastic asshole, but also Big Trouble is like a serious threat for the hardcore title. Then we have Travis Entry and Bill Zebub picking up a win here. This is Travis Entry's second match, third. but it's just a way to get in popularity and to show them as a tag team. But this leads to the Blazing Flames challenging them to a match next week. So we already got like 3 matches next week. We got Ripcord versus the Fatal 4-Way winner, Blazing Flames versus BLZ Bub and Travis Henry, and then the Cruiserweight #1 contender triple threat. Because like I said a couple weeks ago, is I want that week-to-week storytelling maximized. We have Remy Heartthrob talking about how he can't even stand to look at himself in the mirror anymore. This is going to lead to an angle, hopefully that lasts till Total Mayhem, but we'll see. We have Barry Bone and Barry Bone. I want to say Cowboy, but sorry, I had to pause it there. But we have Barry Bone and Tommy Cornell attack Liberty backstage. Cowboy Ricky Dale is nowhere to be seen, with Liberty being attacked. So this is going to lead to another angle next week, and then like a tag team match the week after, like I talked about the last episode. Then in our Fatal 4-Way match, we have Steve Flash winning the Fatal 4-Way match with him pinning Damien Carville. I thought it was important that he pins Damien Carville. Steve Flash is Canadian, so he'll be the Canadian opposition of Carville once we get out of him feuding, well, him being in this Fatal 4-Way tournament. And even though his popularity in our home area is only 24, he outperformed everyone, including Rico Santana, who's pretty solid in the ring with mid-50s popularity. So the Steve Flash debut is a success. Since we weren't able to sign Ultima, I thought about holding off on him till the debut on Ace to like have that like big debut. But I felt like the storyline made sense here to is a great way to bring him in. And now he has this stuff with the Syndicate coming up next week, and then with Damien Carville and Flapjack in the match that are ready-made feuds for him that he can benefit from. Then after that, we have Ripcord saying he's impressed with Steve Flash, but next week his 15 minutes of fame is over, and Ripcord's destiny is to carry HGC into the Millennium and to carry the Syndicate is going to carry this company forever. And in our main event, we actually have Jeb Langley pull the upset over Eric Tyler after Dusty Streets distracts Eric Tyler by Dusty Streets takes out the Untouchables on the ringside. I would have it where the Syndicate's nowhere to be seen. So then we can tie into that, like Eric Tyler being like, "What the heck? I thought we were having each other's back." But I would have Jeb Langley kind of win. It's not clean because I'd like maybe with like what imagine like a Judgment Day match where you get all the interferences and then all of a sudden a babyface beats up Carlito, beats up Finn, beats up what's his name, JD McDonough, and then that causes Dominic to be distracted, leading to the babyface fighting Dom to hit his finish. So it's a way to like protect Eric Tyler and keep him strong, which we did, um, as well as to continue Jeb Langley's push here. It's back-to-back weeks of huge wins. His best match to date, and to be honest, an 82 rating with that kept strong and protect in the match. Pretty good rating. And what that does is now Eric Tyler's out of the tournament, so we'll have Jeb Langley versus the winner of Ripcord and Steve Flash in 2 weeks. So we'll have Jeb Langley versus Ripcord 2. We'll have Rip win, but now we have Jeb Langley can feud with Eric Tyler. He can feud with a lot of people throughout the Untouchables, and we can revisit with him in the Syndicate. So let's look at Jeb's popularity. Travis Lance. Jeb Travis Lance. All right. Travis, he went up 2, I believe. 1 or 2. All right. Lance was at 27. He's at 30. So he's gone up like 3 at a time. But that's, I think, partially because I'm keeping people strong as he loses to them. Oh, yeah. Steve Flash, our big winner, we'll look over. He went up 5. So that tells me that, all right, 1 win, 5 popularity. So now he could be pretty easy to win where, we can have him defeat Damien Carville and then we can have him then beat Flapjack and then he's there. Then he's pretty much at 40. Carville is starting to like fall down a little bit, so I might not have him lose. Like I might have Steve Flash be at that 35 level before feuding with Carville and then they can just elevate each other hopefully. But we also have Electrico in the low 30s, Golden Foxes in the low 30s, So I kind of want that floor to be that low 30s mark for people on the A show because I expect the show rating requirements for A's to be stronger. And then the man, the myth, the legend, Jeb Langley. So with the win over Robert Oxford and the win over Eric Tyler, he goes up 5, 5, 5. So he goes up 5. So he went up 3 last week, 2 this week. I'm completely fine with that. His popularity has surpassed what I expected. So now I could have him feud with a Carville, which we already did. Well, honestly, yeah, it's what we did to get Carville before Liberty. So we can then have him feud with like you know, well, not Frankie, um, like a Jack Bruce, where Jack Bruce like loses his cruiserweight title, and then he can recover by feuding with Jeb and come back up popularity wise, or with an Alex Braun, or that's kind of the point of having like it ebbs and flows where he's gaining popularity at a pretty good rate. So I'm not gonna stay away from that just in case like I'm fighting with people. Some people like Troy Tornado was going up only 1 or 2. Brent Hill was only going up 1 or 2. And so yeah, okay, Brent Hill going up popularity at managing just one at a time, steady, steady. Yeah. So this week, pretty successful week all in all. I feel like we are. Well, I guess we didn't check SWF. I was so busy yapping about what we did. We defeat SWF. They didn't really have a great angle. Honestly, it's been pretty rare for them to have great angles, and I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the booking of the AI that often, so I wonder if that's just like a common thing. So now we have Dusty Streets who returned, helped Jeb Langley defeat Eric Tyler. So how's that going to tie in to next week and the week after, and his brother returning eventually or whatever? So we'll cut it off here. Thank you for watching.